gorgeous. Olga is here. How are you doing today? So today, guys, we're going to talk about something that came up in a conversation in my community lately. And so we talked about this concept of how to get human to open up. And essentially, this is such a good question. And the lady that I was talking to, she said, yeah, I'm dating this guy and he's great. And I feel comfortable with him in so many ways, but I can't seem to have a deeper conversation with him or being able to talk to him about things that I really want to talk to him about, things that go below surface level, like not like what's for dinner and the groceries and what kind of weather today, but really deep, meaningful things like dreams and desires and relationships and emotions. And this is such a juicy question, such a great question that I wanted to talk about and make a video and talk to you guys about this, because this is something that I've been craving for years. For as long as I remember myself and I was in relationships, this is something that I desire deeply. And whether or not I was able to admit it to yourself that this is something that I want, I remember trying to talk to my ex-partner, ex-husband, and I just couldn't figure out what's going on. Like I couldn't figure out why am I so frustrated and why am I so unfulfilled. And I remember I was trying to get him to answer the question, and I would get upset and he would get upset because I would not get to hear things that I want to hear, and it just didn't make sense to me. And it's not until I went through, the journey that has to do with my, self-exploration growth, I started to understand the dynamic. I started to understand the concept of a superior man. If you haven't read the book by David Deida, The Way of Superior Man, I highly recommend it. It's a brilliant, brilliant book. But he talks about this particular issue that we women crave and that we experience. And so essentially, here's the truth, guys, and you probably do not want to hear it. You can't get your man to open up because he's not a jar of pickles, right? You cannot get him to open up. Now, if you're with a man who has a tendency for deeper connection, who has deeper consciousness, and who is genuinely interested in this soul growth and soul evolution as you are, then naturally you will have this conversation. Now, so here's the truth. At the beginning, when you're just exploring your relationships, and I had this, when I started dating Ani, I told him pretty much on the first date that I'm looking for the type of relationships when I can talk about free things that people never talk about. So I want to be able to talk to a man about money, sex, and emotions. And if a man cannot handle this conversation, I'm probably the wrong guy. And he was like, ooh. He shared with me that was so scary. But he also shared with me he also wanted to learn those things because he understands as a mature adult, it's important for him to have difficult conversations. And that's what create the true, deep, lasting bond. And this is the core of the relationship. Now, here's the truth, guys. Not every man and every woman craves this, but women who are in my community, a lot of them are heart-centered entrepreneurs or somebody who's in a deeper journey toward themselves and discovering themselves, either from a creative perspective or a business perspective. They do have this need. And so there's a couple of things that you can do. So first of all, state what's important to you, right? And be honest and vulnerable and open-hearted, which is very hard, right? We live in this society where we are very, very open, closed-hearted, right? And every time we do open up, what happens? We get hurt, right? So we learn early in life that it's not safe to open up, that you'll get hurt to open up. But what is the alternative to that, right? Especially women that I work with a lot right now, and I talk to who are single. They say, well, I want somebody who's emotionally available. So guess what's happened? If you are not emotionally available yourself, what kind of woman, what kind of man you are attracting? So I wanted to talk to you about this topic because this is something very dear and near to my heart, and this is something that I've been going through and growing through. And so right now I feel like this is my duty and my honor to help others understand this dynamic. And so I wanted to ask you, the relationship that you're with, if you're fulfilled in them, that's probably not the reason you're here. If you're not 100% fulfilled, then are you willing and open to this kind of conversations? Can you go and talk to your man about this? And the truth is, open heart, woman's open heart can break through some of those barriers, right? And can help man to live deeper and to think bigger and to be a leader. But the honest truth, guys, is that if you haven't gotten to this point, the chances are it's just not the kind of man. And it's totally fine. There's a lot of couples who are very, very fulfilled on the level where they are. So this is something that, I hope you'll find useful. And what we'll do, guys, we'll do a quick tapping scripts on this particular topic. And so what I want you to do, guys, if you're not familiar with tapping, it's super easy. It's just an emotional technique. Kind of think about like an emotional version of acupressure. So it has to do with stimulating points. Those are acupressure points. And what it does, it helps your body relax and be more receptive to seeing changes, to moving through some blocks in your life, whether it's creative challenges or work challenges or relationships or stress. So as you do this, guys, as you're doing this tapping process, your mind and body are more receptive to seeing new things and to finding, creating solutions to something that used to feel stuck. So do this with me, guys. Go ahead, just kind of close your eyes for a second. And as you do, take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you do, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to make sure that this one is on. What I want you to do is just to kind of think about what is it that's bothering you in your relationships, whether it's intimate relationships or any other one, where you want people around you be more open, more vulnerable, more intimate with you on different levels, whether it's your man or maybe there's somebody else that you wanted to open up to, maybe it's your kids or your friend or anybody else that matters. And as you do so, I want you to kind of notice this area in your body, in your chest, the area of your heart, it kind of almost visually open it up a little bit. And it's just a practice to help you get into this vibration, to get into this feeling. And what you'll notice, guys, is that your shoulders drop a little bit, right? Now follow me, do what I do, say what I say. It's just a tapping script, very simple. We'll do it for a few minutes. Ready? Okay. Take 2 fingers and we're going to tap between your eyes and just repeat what I say. Even though I don't feel like my man is opening up to me, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though it's hard for me to talk to my man about difficult things, I love and accept myself anyways. Even though this is something that I've been struggling with, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I can get my man to open up to me. All the struggle, all the stress, I release and let it go. Whatever it is, whatever it came from, my inability to be open, my unwillingness to openness. It's safe for me to shift this. If I'm willing to attract people in my life who are open, creative, and ambitious, I'm going to become that first. This is the only way. So this is my time to live with open heart, to love myself deeper, to think bigger, to be more feminine, to have fun. Don't take myself too seriously. But also allow myself to be honest with myself, to be congruent to my heart, to learn how to speak my truth with ease and grace. And so it is. I'm open and receptive to these changes, and everything is working out for me. So finish tapping, go ahead and grab your wrist. I'm just going to tap around like this. Okay, very good. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. And say your peace. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So now go out there, live with an open heart, know that things are working out for you. If you are single, know that there's plenty of amazing, deep, gorgeous, conscious men out there. And the minute that you drop into your true self, your honest self, the part of you that you haven't been honoring, those men will appear in your life. If you are married or in relationships, do the best you can to do your part, right? There's two parts in a relationship, only one you can change, and work on that and see how your relationship transforms as a result of it. And do trust that whatever it is, whatever inner work you're doing, as long as you align to yourself, things are going to just get better and better in my life. It happened with me hundreds of times. It happened in a lot of my clients over and over again. I see this dynamic. As you change within, your relationships transform for better, your life transform for better. All right, my love, I'll catch you next time. Thank you for watching. Love you.